everyone, Amradorn here, and welcome back to Amradorn's Realms. Today we are going to do a bit of a tutorial. In my last episode, I built this skeleton farm off of the spawners. It is basically right here on the surface. And what I would like to do is enclose this tower so that it works a little bit better. You can see the cobblestone block behind me. That was used to essentially let myself sit in there while I farmed up a whole bunch of bone block. I've got several stacks of them here, and I think the farm is doing just fine. We'll have all kinds of bone meal to work with. So what I'm going to do is I am going to build a grain silo around this tower to kind of hide it. And we're going to have a little building here that is attached to the grain silo so that I can go into it and then basically hide out in the silo. So I have a whole bunch of bone blocks that I'm going to use to build a tower. I have some torches to light up the inside of it because it is going to get kind of dark in there. And I need to go get some trapdoors and some tools and so that we can build this, and I'll be right back. Okay, we've gotten our tools and our materials together and we are good to go. I'm going to start by putting up this. It isn't as high as I would like it to be, but it'll give us a way to get up and down for at least a good chunk of the tower that we're going to work on. I love scaffolding. It's one of the best blocks of 1.14. It just really is. Alright, so here is the outline for our silo. Now, what I did is I counted the blocks from here to here. And then I went and did a search, a Google search for Minecraft circle templates, and I found out how big I needed to make this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 blocks from side to side. So this is an 11 block circle. We got 5 blocks here. Then we got 2 corner blocks. 5 blocks, 2 corner blocks, 5 blocks, 2 corner blocks, 5 blocks, and then 2 more corner blocks. You can't see one of them because it's underneath of this cobblestone cube here, which we are going to get rid of part of here, so that it is not in the way while we build our tower. Okay? Because we really won't need this. So we'll just get rid of the whole thing. And the door here. We might have a use for the door later. There we go. All gone. Alright. What is this? Oh, that's furnace. Okay. I can probably get rid of that. Okay, so let's start building our tower. Now, basically, we're just going to follow this pattern all the way up until we get to the top of the glass. So I'm going to do that in a time lapse because you probably are going to get bored watching me go round and round this thing. And I'll be back once I get done. Okay, so I am about a third of the way up, and I decided I wanted to do a little bit of decoration. I've put in the spruce trap doors around here to, because I want to break this up. I haven't decided yet if I want to leave them out like this, or if I want to push them down. I'm actually going to go ahead and finish the tower before I make that decision. So let me get that done, and I'll be back. Well, there we are at the top of the tower. This thing is very high up, but it kind of has to be in order to hide this. Now, this doesn't really fit with a medieval style of town, which is understandable. This would be something that you'd probably more likely see in a modern day setting. Some of the grain silos that I have been on top of when I was younger and growing up on a farm were probably 65 to 80 feet tall. Which, if this was real life, this might be about that, maybe taller even. So this is kind of pushing the limit of what a grain silo really should be. But it needed to be tall enough to hide this entire thing in here. And you'll notice that there's nothing spawning in it, and that's because I'm too far away from the spawner to create any skeletons at the moment. Okay, with the walls of the tower done, the next thing we need to do is grab some slabs and make the roof. So I got a bunch of spruce slabs here, and we used up almost all of our bone blocks. We only had like 25 left. Alright, so what we're going to do first is make a perimeter all the way around the tower. Just like this. Going basically one block out. Now this roof is going to be fairly rounded and kind of flat. I don't want it to be very high. I mean, it's not really supposed to look like, you know, a peaked roof. I don't want this thing to look like a wizard's tower or anything. It's just the top of a grain elevator. Now, if you were making a spiral roof, kind of like what I did in on the lighthouse and at the racetrack in Season 1 of CenturyCraft, you'd start out pretty close to this same way. You'll want to see, if you want to see how I did those, head over to my playlist for season 1 and take a look at those. Alright, so there is that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around all the bone block, and I want to put a block on top of that. Whoops, don't need those. Alright, then I want to go and put a block in the middle of each one of these. Right there. And right there. And then that will kind of mark out where the next line goes. Hoping I have enough spruce slabs. Like I said, I'm planning for this roof to be fairly flat, so I don't think we will need a huge amount. It would help if I stopped misclicking them, because then I run the risk of dropping them off the tower. Okay. I think the next one I want to do here. Dome. Then we'll come around here. Go ahead and put a block there. And we'll grab this one. That was unintended. We'll come across here, block there. Come across there, block there. Alright, so block, 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 block there. Another misclick. Fix the hole. And we come around. Just like this. And we misclick again. And then we gotta fix that hole. We come across here. And there. Go up another block. We're getting close to having this done. Whoops, I think I've got one too many right there. There we go. Right there, there. Whoa, I almost fell down the hole. And there, and finally there. And I believe that is our roof. I really would like to know what that noise is. Alright, so unfortunately, since my scaffolding didn't go all the way up, there's really only one way for me to get down. And that was it. Yep. It does look pretty flat from here. We are probably going to want to do some work and make this thing look a little bit better. Maybe push these down. It is getting night though, so we're gonna have to go down and sleep. So yeah, that is essentially the tower. Now, we are definitely going to take and make this thing look a little bit better. We're going to kind of decorate the sides. We're going to put these trap doors down. And then we're going to build the building that's next to it. But I'm going to do that off camera because that's not really part of the tutorial. This tower is a fairly simple build. You got the roof up there, and that's really all there is to it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit the like button down below. I know it was probably a fairly short episode, but I just kind of wanted to get this tower built and show you how I was doing it. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button, and until next time, you guys have a good one. Goodbye.